Let's get set up in case anyone actually wants to chat. Let's have fun making a little display in case anyone actually shows up in here. And we can talk MetaZoo all night long. I have no idea what this is going to look like on camera, but I'm sure I'm going to like it. Is anyone in here yet? Nope. Is anyone going to come in here? Maybe not. I have no idea, actually. I'm going to share the link in the Salt Caverns if my computer loads. Hey, what up? What is it? The Zoovids? I like that. The Zoovids. I like it. I like it. What's going on? What's on your mind? What do you want to talk about? It doesn't have to be about MetaZoo stuff, but I definitely love talking about MetaZoo related stuff. As you can see, my channel name is Pokemenace. Or no, sorry, not Pokemenace. On this stream, it's MetaZoo Menace. My other stream is MetaZoo Menace. Just about botched that. Here, I'm just going to pull up my stream on my phone so I can see what's going on in the chat a little closer to the microphone. I've joined it as Pokemenace, though. Oh, better turn down the volume. Oh, you missed out on the Argos live. Yeah, it was pretty good. There was literally, like, I think up to 185 people in there at one point, which is totally insane. I don't think he's ever had anything even close to that before. I mean, he's had pretty big streams before, but I don't think on that level. And I hope MetaZoo was watching that because it just shows there are a lot of passionate people about MetaZoo, you know, that want to voice their opinion, not because they hate it, but because they're frustrated. So, yeah. What's your 2 cents on MetaZoo? Did you see the manga video yet? Or the manga, I guess, comic book that they released? I wonder if I'm setting this up right. So how does this look? I gotta look on my phone and see. Yeah, this looks okay. Maybe I can angle the camera up a little bit. I plan to do like more live streams, but I gotta get people to realize that I actually love chatting about MetaZoo. It could be any aspect. It could be the haters. It could be what you like best. It could be about certain sets, certain cards. I don't know too much about the gameplay yet, but I do plan to learn when the online client comes out. But hey, we got another person in here. So let's chat about MetaZoo. Any aspect that you want. Doesn't matter. I'm an open book. And I'll give you my 2 cents. I have less to lose than Argos when it comes to MetaZoo. I do not sell MetaZoo unless it's on eBay once in a while. But I'm just a collector. Maybe a little more hardcore than people realize. I'll put a little bit of the collection out here. I don't think I'm doing it properly, though. I don't think you can see everything I'm putting up. But whatever. I'm learning, right? In order to learn, you gotta fail first. How did I like the manga? I liked it. When I was reading it, I made a video on my YouTube channel on here reading it. I'm gonna do that every week it comes out and give my own like personal perspective of the manga. But I liked it. By the time I was done, I was like, oh, that's it? Like, I wanted more. So that's a good sign. By the time I was done the first chapter, I was like, oh, like, where's the next page, you know? So I liked it. Some people were saying that the artwork looked kind of like a rough draft, that it shouldn't be a final copy yet. Oh, you watched the watch video, reading it, also Tormentix. Yeah, and I like that Tormentic did his video. I mean, we all knew Tormentic was going to do one. But I want to do my own spin because I do like watching Tormentic stuff, but it's just I just want to put my own style on it. I want to give my own commentary as well, and what it, and relate it to other stuff, because MetaZoo is based on other stuff, right? Like the way Mike Waddell made the manga and the comic books, whatever. Just like Star Wars. Star Wars is based on other things too. So, but yeah, I plan to do more and more. And I mean, there's stuff I'm sure Tormentic does not like about my video, and there's aspects of his that I'm not a big fan of either. But overall, obviously, I like his stuff. I'm subscribed to him. But I just figure everyone's got their own style, right? Not everyone collects the same Beastie, or everyone likes maybe different Mothman artworks or different Pokemon. So to each their own. Do you read other manga on that site? No, I've never read a manga in my life. Maybe comic books, but I even had to ask someone, like, what's the difference between manga and comic books? Because I honestly don't know. Texas Ted was saying that manga reads right to left instead of left to right. I don't know if that's true, but he did reply to that in a chat in the Salt Caverns. But yeah, no, I've never been on that site before. I honestly thought the MetaZoo manga was going to be on the MetaZoo Marketplace website, just like all the comic books are, like the original stuff. So I was surprised it wasn't on there, because I think on the MetaZoo website it still says it's coming soon. You know what I mean? So, which is weird because it's out and it's actually pretty good. You know what? I'll just put it in the background on the TV here while we're chatting. I want the volume on. And the thing that I like, that, I did like the document that it came out at 10:15. Mike Waddell announced it. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I'll just play the video in the background while we're chatting here. Why not, right? But yeah, I like the manga. I think it's good. I'm actually addicted to it. I literally forgot about all my negative thoughts of MetaZoo when I was done reading this, because I wanted to read more. I found it interesting. And after collecting the cards for over 2 years, since, when it came out first edition, I think, August 2021, it was cool to see some of the stuff in, a visual aspect in a story. And what I liked about it the most is I had no idea that I would like Adam Ackler. I think Adam Ackler is kind of like a Vegeta, in the sense that Vegeta doesn't really like Goku the way Adam Ackler doesn't really seem to like Sam Sinclair too much. But he'll protect them, just like Vegeta will protect Goku if some other bad guy is trying to kill Goku, because he's like, it's my right to kill Goku. No one kills Goku but me, right? And I feel Adam Ackler's got the same mentality, where he doesn't really like Sam Sinclair, but if anyone fucks with him, he'll fuck them up. And you see that in the first chapter, right? When the bullies are messing with Sam, he comes and just whoops their ass, but then afterwards he's kind of like, yeah, see you later. So, right? So, I mean, but that's the thing that I like about Mike Waddell, is he's got a bigger thought process than me, that's for sure. But I've talked to him in little chats before about like other animes, and yeah, he definitely loves his Dragon Ball Z as much as I do. I've noticed other stuff. Their targets mobile, and the font size is much bigger. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about manga. I guess can you see it on the screen? Oh, whoops! I gotta put my camera up higher. I'm just sitting here watching it. Meanwhile, nobody can see it. Here, maybe I'll just put the camera a lot closer to the screen. Sorry, Mothman cards. We're talking about the manga. I mean, there were some parts of the manga I didn't understand at all. I was a little confused on what was going on, but overall, I thought it was good. But then that's from a point of view of someone like me that has nothing to compare it to. I don't really read this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, the Mothman cards. Here, I'll set them up in case no one wants to watch the manga and they want to look. Whoa, shit! I plan to have the best Topps Chrome graded collection eventually, without 101s and crazy shit like that, but with refractors. So I guarantee no one's going to have more Mothman refractors because they're super hard to pull and they're even harder to grade. After watching Nick's strength in Pokemon and how many PSA 9 he got, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy them. And here's my logic about buying these Mothman refractors. Say, I did pay, I think, 163 for one, 150, I think 97 for one. Now, some people might be like, whoa, that's a lot for a single. But when you think about it, how much is a Topps Chrome hobby box? Maybe 80, 85 bucks at cheapest. You buy two of those, you're already at 160. And if you pull a Mothman, you might not even pull a Mothman. And even if you do, the odds of getting a PSA 10, super slim. Like stupid, super slim. So what else is on everybody's mind? Give me your 2 cents on anything MetaZoo related. What do you want to hear me babble about? I don't even have enough room for all the Topps Chrome refractors I have here. I mean, this isn't even all of them. I'm going to keep watching the comment section. So, but I'm down to talk anything MetaZoo. Argos just had his big stream, which was fucking crazy. The amount of people in there. It reminds me of Pokerev, where there's just so many comments he couldn't even read them all, and he did a pretty good job getting through quite a few of them. But that was a tall task to get through all those comments. Am I blocking the Mothman now? Loveland Frogman's in the way. Maybe I gotta move these back a bit. Draw a paint. Actually, I was gonna join the first fan art contest. I actually have my sketchbook down there. Yeah, you can't see it with my lighting, but I never got around to it. I'm not a good drawer. I don't think I would have drawn as good as any of the artists that did submit their stuff, so I don't think it matters too much. And the other thing too, with the second fan art contest, it wasn't appealing the BCs that you had to choose from. Like I do love the first fan art contest where they had Bloody Mary and stuff, but the BCs they had you to choose from, I don't know, it just didn't pique my interest, I guess. I do like that in the new contest to get new artists that you can draw whatever you want. I think that's a very good idea. Can you imagine if they did like Cryptid Nation all over again, but it's a fan art contest with like the top fan art drawings of Cryptid Nation, like a whole set like that, if you get what I mean. But no, I won't be submitting in this contest for the same reason as I think a lot of people. Say you won, but you don't want to work for MetaZoo, but I mean the top 5 winners are offered like jobs at MetaZoo, but I think a lot of people would want cash prizes and stuff like that. So I know there are certain people that are not going to join the fan art contest because they don't want to work for MetaZoo. They just want to participate in the contest. So, what about you? Anyone in here draw MetaZoo cryptids? But yeah, I mean, my artwork would be nowhere near as good as some of these artists out there. Not even close, I don't think. Plus, it'd be more of a hobby thing. I would never want to be able to keep up on a regular basis. Yeah, let's see how this display looks. Clearly, I should have set this up ahead of time. But I was watching Argos earlier, and I had no idea I was going to go live, but I was like, you know what? Screw it. Maybe there's people that still want to chat. Maybe there's still some people out here that want to vent. I don't know where my Bloody Mary cards are. Where the heck did they go? Shit. Yo, does anyone in here collect Rudy cards? I'm going to be the first person, at least that I know of, to have the whole PSA 10 set of the Rudy cards. Let's see. Would love to. Kind of want to, just not going to make. And that's the thing. I don't know. And that whole art contest as well is going to be very interesting to see. I think, we lost Poncho and all the great artists. I think we're going to get artists that are just as good. We're just going to have to get used to, or better. I mean, there's a lot of amazing artists out there. A lot. That would probably love to work for a company making artwork as a living. So I don't think it's going to be too hard to find 5 really good artists. I think it's going to be hard for MetaZoo to pick who those 5 are going to be. So, because there's got to be a lot of artists out there that would love to have a career with an up-and-coming company that has a lot of potential, besides the negativity. But the negativity is only, like Argo said, because we haven't gotten product for a while. Because MetaZoo's integrity and maybe some of the management in there needs a little shake-up, But at the core of MetaZoo, it is awesome. MetaZoo is, when people show other TCGs, like, say, what's his name, Frankly collecting, like Wonderland and all these other things, Akora, who knows what else, I can care less. It's just, I'm into MetaZoo because I love beasties. I grew up researching beasties. So, I would not be in MetaZoo if I didn't have awesome beasties. Ooh, here's a good card. Well, I'm getting there, Aaron. What'd you say here? I think Argos did pretty good, being impartial. I'd be interested to know how much he makes as a MetaZoo partner. Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I figure any partner that's been with MetaZoo has probably made a little bit of a loss, to be honest. I mean, I can imagine being a partner with MetaZoo and the way they've been just delaying, and just screwing things up this past year. I think it'd be hard to stay with MetaZoo as a partner. As a collector like me, honestly, I love buying the dip. Everything's so cheap right now. Like, it's stupid how cheap some stuff is. Literally today, no jokes today, there's an auction on eBay. It was 4 Wilderness boxes and 1 UFO box. Canadian, I paid $168. So that's about $121 American, if I remember correctly. But including shipping and everything, it was about $32.60 American per box, which I never, ever thought it would be that cheap. And I bought a box of Nightfall about 2 weeks ago for $61 Canadian, so it was about $45 American. Nightfall. That's insane. Actually, you know what? On top of that, I bought a whole bunch of these Topps, Series 0, the original one. For these ones, I have 5 boxes right here. These were $10 each. $10 each. I watched Nick Strength Pokemon's video from, over a year ago? 2 years ago, where these boxes, retail, were selling for $50 on Topps. They crashed the website. They were selling for $75 on eBay. I just got them for $10 each. And I bought another lot of these the week before. I bought about 13 of them. And I got them. I thought, did the guy weigh them or not? It was a sports card shop. They weren't weighed. And I pulled... so I weighed them. And to my surprise, there was a really heavy box. And it had a first sighting card. So... it was pretty wild. Like, I've been buying the dip like crazy. What else we got over here? Oh, check this out. So there's the Nightfall box that was $61 Canadian. So $45 American. That's ridiculous. And it's not that crazy, but we got that bad boy. Kickstarter box. Now it's empty, but I bought it for like what, $20 American or something, $25. So it's just cool to have a Kickstarter box. So which cryptid is my favorite? I'm actually trying to find it right now in my stack of crazy MetaZoo collection here. I think I have more PSA 10 MetaZoo cards than anybody. So, but I'm trying to find it. Give me like 2 seconds here. I'll show you my favorite. Like by far my favorite. 1 sec. Just because I never ever thought in my life I'd be able to collect this as a card and get it graded. Where the heck did I put it? Makes no sense. As far as what's on the screen right here, I love Piazzabird a lot. But I think Piazzabird's number 3 most popular, and I think Loveland Frogman's number 2 most popular. Hold up, I'll show it to you, my favorite one. If I can find it. And yeah, if you guys want to say, you can talk about anything MetaZoo related. I know Argos has to restrain a little bit, but I don't have to restrain. I get banned and muted in the Discord like every week. So I end up in the salt caverns and whatever. But it's like Argos said, right? A lot of people that complain about MetaZoo aren't really complaining. They're passionate collectors or passionate fans that are just getting frustrated. So where did I put my... Oh, they're probably right here. Okay, I think I found them. Such a mess here. Just like most collectors, right? It gets a little messy after a while. Where is it? Oh, no. That's Tops. Oh, I think I found it. Yeah, here's my favorite. My favorite cryptid. Well, they're twins in my world. Boom. MetaZoo. I never thought this would be possible. So yeah, those are my 2 favorite ones. Well, it's all good. It's not work when you're sorting through all these cards that I've collected. I love looking through them. On the chat in the Salt Caverns. Yeah, and you know what? Salt Caverns is probably the best place to be thanks to Argos, because we can actually talk like with freedom of speech. Like, I'm missing the triplet. I should get the swamp priestess out here. I don't know where that's hiding though. Somewhere in here. Oh, Andy? I don't like Andy at all. Maybe he's a good person. I don't know him as a person. Maybe he's a great person to hang out with outside of MetaZoo. But as far as what he does as his job, I think Andy is brutal. Brutal. So I don't know what he's doing. Like, since he's taken over, what has he done that anyone could say? I mean, unless you want to kiss his ass. And I'm not saying you can't like him. If anyone here likes him, that's cool. Maybe you've had good experiences with him. Like, for example, a lot of people don't like Mike Waddell that I've heard like from other channels. I love Mike Waddell. I think his interviews that I've seen when he had with opening Kickstarter boxes with Rudy 2 years ago, that's how I got into it. And just he's emailed me before too, just for other reasons. And just, I don't know, he's awesome. Mike Waddell is the man. But Andy, I don't know how I'm sure everyone's here that's worked at a company where you have a boss that you like, but then they hire someone in management, and you can't figure out how the hell this boss that is so intelligent hired such a fool. So a few times, he has no idea. Yeah, he has no idea what he's doing. And you've hung out with him. I've never met Andy. I'll never meet Andy. But it's clear as day because we're not 16-year-olds, right? Like, no one that collects MetaZoo is 16 years old and doesn't have a clue what they're doing. Like, most people that collect MetaZoo have, a lot of experience with either being in management, working with management, or having, a boss for years that they looked up to. Like, they have a clue of how to talk to people and what the way things should be run. And Andy, man, just his announcements alone, brutal. Yeah, and if you want to trash Andy here, go for it. I don't care. I mean, I'm sure Andy and no one that near his position gives a crap what I think anyways. So even if I were to be like, Andy's the best, but he's not the best. He's got to, like, for example, I'll tell you guys a little story. Today, I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Edmonton Oilers. The coach got fired because Edmonton Oilers had a bad start. They won their last game, but that's how it works in sports, man. If your team's not producing, the coach is going to go. And MetaZoo's obviously not a sport, but Andy's got to go. Like, I'm not sure what we can't judge on that. If you fulfill things between art to production, there's many opportunities to not go. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You gotta have integrity, right? It's like what Argos said. If you're gonna say you're gonna do something, you don't do it. And the thing is, MetaZoo needs to learn from Argos in the fact that if something doesn't go according to plan, even on some of his live breaks, I don't know if you guys have seen it. If someone doesn't pull something really good, like say they buy 3 packs from him and they get all reverse hollows from like second edition, Kryptonation or whatever, he'll literally go into his pile of other stuff and just find some full hollows to throw into the order just to give them that great experience. Even though it's not his fault, they didn't have a good experience. Like Andy's like that. Like, I remember Pogo Dad, I think with the Charlotte Collecticon, all of a sudden MetaZoo's like, oh, we never said we were going to go to that Collecticon. When did we ever say that? But fuck off. I know you never said you were going to go, but MetaZoo goes to every Collecticon this year with the Sam Sinclair promos, except for one. And they're like, well, why did anyone think we were going to go? And they're just giving all this bullshit attitude. And it's like, or when the Casters Cup was canceled, they're like, well, we didn't tell people we were going to be at New York City. What do you mean you didn't? You was fucking hinting at it all year. You said it last year. And then people book flights and hotels. They're like, well, we didn't tell you guys to do that. It's like, don't be a dick. Apologize. Find a way to make up for it. Like, you obviously gave the impression you guys were going to be at New York City Comic-Con, obviously. I'm just going to read what Fane's saying here. Great integrity matters. Trust is about always being right, but also relies on, I'm reading off my phone, sorry, the print's really small on my phone, on the principles of adjusting expectations. I don't know specifics, so I don't want to assume. More stuff will come out about him at some point. Folks are under NDA, but I'm sure stuff will leak out. And that's the thing, right? That's the thing in life. The truth always rises to the surface, and real recognizes real, right? So, and if real people are not recognizing Andy as real, there's probably a reason for it. So, but at the end of the day, Andy can get away with all this if they just get this product out on time and just get things back in order. And if he does something great, the MetaZoo community is not going anywhere, no matter how much they get fucked around. I mean, maybe they won't buy as much, but I don't know, man. All of us, we're not the president of MetaZoo, but we all have better ideas. Oh, wait. Does it? But some people need to ask themselves what matters to them. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, even the MetaZoo marketplace promos, what the hell was that? There was such hype. Like, at every $20 you spend, you get a MetaZoo marketplace promo. It's a 5-card set, and 4 of them are reverse hollow, 1 full hollow, and it's all native cards no one asked for. Meanwhile, they have the Hit the Road promos. Those were insane. It's a 5-card set, but I mean, they're all full hollows, and they were amazing artwork. So I don't know. Why couldn't they? I don't know. They do some things right, and I'll give credit where I'll give credit where credit is due. But at the same time, you got to call a spade, and you got to hold, things that you enjoy collecting or enjoy doing to a high standard. You can't just be like, oh well, because that's why people get participation medals for everything nowadays, and kids are getting softer. It's like, if you didn't win, you didn't win. You don't give everyone the same award, And even the MetaZoo supporter medals, what was up with that? Argos got gold and silver. So what in the Olympics, if MetaZoo was running, or Andy or whoever's in charge, they're going to be like, oh, you got gold medal? Okay, we'll give you a silver medal too. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. But yet he didn't get a bronze supporter medal. And if there's a reason for that, they sure as hell didn't explain it. And there's a lot of people that didn't get the supporter medals that deserved it. And I have them on the top of my head. Leighton Gaming. I don't know if everyone watches these YouTube channels, but Leighton Gaming opens up MetaZoo all the time. The main guy that opens up MetaZoo on Leighton Gaming, he knows how to play MetaZoo too, and he likes going to like the events and stuff. It's crazy. No recognition. Pogodad, Captain Asia. If you're in Discord and you don't know who Captain Asia is, then you're not in Discord. I mean, Captain Asia is the one guy. If you're having a bad day and you want someone to vent to, he'll listen. He'll tell you how his day's doing. He'll tell you how his dog's doing. He'll ask you about your dog, and he'll remember the next time you talk to him about everything you talked about. Like, that guy's solid. He makes crazy MetaZoo videos. He opened up more Hero Quests than anybody. Not even a bronze supporter medal. Pee Weezo, or Pee Wee's Zero, he even interviewed Mike Waddell this past year. No supporter medal. Why? Because he put out a video complaining about how he couldn't get a refund on the streamer kits. Like, MetaZoo is brutal, man. But it's weird that I say MetaZoo is brutal, because I love MetaZoo, but MetaZoo management is brutal. MetaZoo itself is awesome. Got to run. Okay, have a good night. Who's in here? We have 5 people still. It was good to get some contribution from Aaron. What does it say? Campion? Sorry, my text on my phone's so small. I got an old phone. But some people need to ask themselves what really matters to them. Oh, okay, yeah. Vane said that earlier. So anyways, what else is on everyone's mind before I vent too much about random stuff in MetaZoo? Any positives anyone wants to talk about? If you want to trash talk some more, that's fine. But it's not trash talk in my opinion. It's just how you're feeling. And it's MetaZoo's fault if anyone is having any negative thoughts or opinions. So it's good to get it out. I'm glad Argos did what he did today. It was nowhere near as brutal as I think he was thinking it was going to be. I mean, there were some trolls in there, and there were some people just spreading misinformation. But it wasn't that bad. I mean, and I don't, have any issues for making live streams like this, because I sure as hell didn't get no supporter medal. Probably because I get blocked in Discord, like, I don't know, 3 times a month. But that's okay with me. I'm just, saying the stuff that people that are leaving MetaZoo just didn't give a shit to say. They're just like, fuck it, whatever, and they just leave. They stop collecting. They're not interested. They're disappointed. And they don't have a voice because they don't care. They're just like, I'm out. And those are the people that MetaZoo should be worried about, is the people you don't hear from. Because there's a lot of people that just weren't ever that into MetaZoo, and they never got a chance to get into it because they got disappointed right out of the gate. And it's not good. So, and that's a reality that MetaZoo should be very thankful there are people like Argos and a lot of people that are in the salt caverns that are still around talking, and it's viewed as complaining, but they're just voicing concerns, and legit concerns at that. So who's all here? It says I got 4 people in here. Do I really have 4 people? Or is YouTube just lagging here? Nope, we got 5 people in here. So what's on everyone's mind for MetaZoo related topics? Shit, we can talk about anything. Doesn't have to be MetaZoo, but I can go on forever about MetaZoo related stuff. Anything, any aspect, doesn't matter. Except for gameplay. I don't really know how to play yet. But when the online client comes on, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be excited to whoop some people's asses in some battles and create some rivalries. Uh-oh, we're down to 4 people. Well, you're welcome to say anything. Oh, we're at the end of the chapter? Yep. Okay, I'll hang around for a bit in case anyone wants to chat here. Hopefully. If not, that's fine too. We had a good chat already. I just figured I'd start up the stream relatively close to Argos. I wish I could have got on sooner, but I got tied up on the phone. But yeah, in case anyone's still riled up, yeah, Argos' stream was pretty solid. You know what? Meanwhile, no one's talking. I'm going to watch one of my Super Mario Wonder videos. Oh, we're down to 2 people. I think everyone left. Yeah, I'll keep the stream on for a bit, but I'll probably wrap it up soon. I think everyone's got to go to work tomorrow. I was working all weekend. I don't have work tomorrow. It's weird. I have a really weird schedule. So, unique job with a unique schedule. No, everybody left now. It's just me and myself. So if anyone's watching the replay of the stream in the future, exit the video. No one's here but me. It's pretty bad right now. But I'm going to keep the stream on for a bit just to see if anyone else comes in. Oh, Rudy. Gotta love watching Rudy. But I'll keep the stream on for a little bit longer in case anyone does pop in here. Oh, we got one person in here? Yeah, if anyone's in here, just speak up and I'll be more than happy to chat. But I think that's just me that's in here. Oh, poker up. Oh, looks like we got one person in here. Who enters the salty caverns? Well, it's not the Salty Caverns, but the next best thing. I gotta work on getting more of a following. I'm not just chatting by myself. Gotta start somewhere, though, eh? What's this? I will check this out. Oh, yeah, that's a good channel to watch. Wonder if anyone else is coming here. Probably not. But you never know. I gotta go live a little earlier in the evening because I think everyone was on the East Coast. And I'm on the West Coast. It's a lot earlier here. Hey, someone joined the chat. Holy crap. We're live with a view count of 1. You got anything MetaZoo related to talk about? Let's hear it. I'm down to hear all MetaZoo opinions, positive, negative, whatever. Oh, they left. Must not be a MetaZoo fan. That's okay. Oh. PSA down.
Mega Jurassic Light-Up Dino! Smash them to unleash over 25 surprises! Find a dino park to build your Mega Dino and watch it light up your... Smash more dino eggs for more prehistoric surprises! New Smashers Mega Jurassic Light-Up Dino from Zero.
However you holiday, Hudson's Bay has you covered. We've got your hosting and decor needs, outfits and beauty that'll bring joy to your world, and gifts from under $25 to special splurges. Find it all in
Hey, who's in here?
Hey,
someone's checking out the channel. Are you a MetaZoo fan? You want to chat about MetaZoo? No one's really in here because I'm not Argos, but I'm doing what I can. Gotta make a name somehow, right? One stream at a time. But yeah, if you want to talk about MetaZoo, let's hear your positives, your negatives, everything. We don't need to watch Rattle. I just watching stuff till someone came in here. There was a few people here talking earlier, but I think because I'm on the West Coast, it's a lot earlier than all the MetaZoo fans on the East Coast. Says there's somebody in here. Maybe YouTube's not reporting the stats properly here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be talking to myself for a while. Well, that's okay. Hey, we got a MetaZoo fan. Hey, it's Maniac Collector. Yeah, there is no y'all tonight. It's just me. Everyone else left, but I figured I'd just keep the live stream on just because why not? So what's on your mind? Did you see the Argos stream earlier? Here, I'll just put on my
Today's November 10th.
video on mute here. Yeah, that is probably how it's going to be every night that I stream until I actually get people to know that I love talking about MetaZoo. Unless they don't like my opinions, but I'm open to everyone else's opinions. Oh, you haven't seen Argos' stream? He had like 185 people in there, I think, at one point. Like, it was crazy. Because normally Argos gets a decent amount of people when he goes live, like maybe 30 to 50, but over 100 is crazy, but almost 200, that was insane. Yeah, Argos, it wasn't like as controversial as you would think with people's comments. There were some people spreading some fake news, and Argos had them muted because they're just talking nonsense, but it was pretty good. We had a lot of good points. It's worth I'd say it's worth rewatching. It was pretty entertaining. You could feel the emotion, you could feel the kind of like that there is a real community that cares, and hopefully MetaZoo sees his stream and is like, we gotta wake up and make some management changes. So, but we'll see what happens. I mean, probably watch it at some point. Yeah, I mean, it'll be there forever too, right? It's not like he's gonna delete it or anything. So there's no way to delete that stream. That was like, but it's an iconic time, I'd say, in MetaZoo history. Right now, if they ever did a documentary, right now is a huge shift in so many different aspects. It's crazy. So good. I hope they do watch Argos. I hope they see all the comments, and I hope they don't get bitter about it. Like when people are saying Andy sucks, they got to look at it from a positive, that people are being honest and do something about it. Either move him to a different position or get him to, make some improvements, do something. Because, I mean, if Andy doesn't have to do much for the MetaZoo community to go right behind him again. And I'm sure there are people in the MetaZoo community that fully support him, but I don't know. I'd wager that if Argos did a poll on how many people he's pissed off compared to made happy, I'm sure the pissed off majority would be pretty loud. So, oh, we're down to one. I think Maniac Collector is gone. I think it's just me again. Oh, MetaZoo. Oh, maybe you're still here. Okay, that's good. Yeah, man, I got no one that watches my stream. Well, earlier there was like a handful of people, but I mean, yeah, I got to start somewhere. I hope eventually I can get people to come and chat in here and just express themselves. I think it'd be fun to do if Argos were to do sometime like like a Zoom call, but then again, at the same time, we're having a person chatting with them. But then again, everyone would be talking over each other. I don't know. But I can't remember what you said the other night. If you had a clear view of MetaZoo, like what you think of everything. But then again, one thing I do love about the MetaZoo community, it's like at the end of the day, it's just a hobby. It's just collecting these cards that you see in the screen here. I mean, it's just collecting. But I think, I don't know, for me, the reason why I get all into it is it's beasties that I grew up researching. Not all of them. I mean, MetaZoo's exposed me to so many beasties. I had no idea were right under my nose. Yeah, you know what? I actually made a video about MetaZoo Roundtable because I'm using a 360 camera right now. And it just didn't come out the way I wanted to, but I actually had like a 25-minute video I never released talking about concerns with MetaZoo, pros and cons and all this stuff. And I had like all these cards in a circle. And it's a 360 video, which I still plan to do. I just got to figure out how to make it look better. Where when you're watching my video, you can move around the screen in 360 and you can look around at different cards while I'm talking. So, but yeah, I actually had a MetaZoo Roundtable video. It's just, I don't know, it just didn't turn out the way I wanted to visually. So, even the audio aspect of it was a little off from what I would like. So, but yeah, roundtable discussion would be cool. Hey, we got 3 people in here. Boom. Who else wants to chat about some MetaZoo? Like, it actually surprises me some days how much I give a shit about MetaZoo because it's just a side hobby for me. I do a lot of other stuff. I love working out, kind of like Nick Strength and Pokemon. Like, I do other things. And I have another channel that I focus on every day that has nothing to do with MetaZoo. But MetaZoo is just like, it's hooked me. It's crazy. So, I just hope eventually I can get enough people to come to these live streams and like. But then again, I don't know how to promote them properly, or I don't know. Right? I don't think enough people subscribe to this channel that like MetaZoo. But hey, Epic Tube HD had to start somewhere. Argos had to start somewhere. I mean, that was 2 years ago, so it's going to take a long time before people give a crap about my channel. So, but I do plan to make those manga videos every week and make them better and better with a better flow. Adjust the volume of the music I put on the video because they're definitely too loud. And hopefully, give Tormentic some competition for reading the comics and stuff. Because he reads it in a different sense than I do. He tries to do the voice acting. I don't like the way he's zooming in and like side scrolling on screen and you can't really see what's going on or even the words. With my video, you could pause the screen. You could read what was said. It's not moving and shit. The MetaZoo, and I enjoy collecting them. I stay away from the politics. Yeah, and that's the thing. At one point, I stayed away from the politics, but I just found myself so like passionate into it. It just got me like all riled up. And sometimes I'd be like, why do I give a shit so much? Like, and you know what? The biggest irony of giving a shit about the MetaZoo politics is I shouldn't, because I also love buying the dip. I have bought so many cards and so many boxes of MetaZoo that I never thought would be as cheap as they are. And, I got to thank MetaZoo for pissing off so many people because now the product is so cheap. Because it's just noise. I stay on my lane. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? I've never been on like I know what you mean by staying in your lane. I've never gone on the Facebook Discords. I don't like, some people are like, oh, there's so much negativity, so many negative videos. Who's negative videos? Because I don't even know where these videos are. Who? KFC, which no one with half a brain respects anything he says. I mean, he's just a character. He's just full of shit. And then there's Franklin Collecting. That guy doesn't do his homework. He doesn't know what he's even talking about half the time. I think he's a nice guy, and I think he tries hard, and I think he truly means well. But he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about half the time. Like, he's so uninformed, and he doesn't do his homework. Like, I put messages on his chat many times saying, like, just do your homework. Like, no offense, but just join the Discord. You don't have to talk in the Discord. Just join the Discord, so when there's announcements, you get the updates. Go in the Salt Caverns, ask questions. Like, I don't know. It's not complicated. Just stay informed, man. Because frankly, Collecting and MetaZoo should capitalize on channels like that and reach out to them maybe even and be like, hey, you're just misinformed. We can see that you mean well, and give them a tip. I heard a rumor that there are feet pics. What? There are feet pics on Discord? What do you mean feet pics? Feet pics on Discord. Yeah, Fane, what do you mean by that? What do you mean feet pics? Argos feet pics. What are you guys talking about? Clue me in. I have no idea about this. I try to keep in the loop of, like Bigfoot? Oh, yo. Should I open this right now? Okay, we got enough people here. Okay, we got 3 people. That's probably my entire audience. The only thing that'd be better if Pogo Dad was here. But here, check this out. Live on camera. Sorry, Bloody Mary. You know what? There's always room for Bloody Mary. Okay, we're going to open this live on camera. Let's say, yeah. I don't like KFC. I've seen some Frankly Collecting. He seems to be the casual collector who wants to have a voice. I get it. Just your voice. If something matters. Leaked of all the greatest. Mike Argos. Feed pictures. Where is that on Discord? I can't go in regular Discord in the chats because I'm muted, but here, watch this. I've been waiting like a few days to open this and I keep forgetting. I've never opened this envelope yet, but I know what's in here. Because it was addressed to me, MetaZoo Menace, from everybody's favorite YouTube channel. Watch this. Live on camera. Okay, what do you guys think's in here besides Argos's feet pics? Why would I open this up on here? I'll wait for one guess because I'm sure no one really gives a shit. But what do you think's in this envelope here? And I received this. Oh, Maniac Collector, did you get one too? Damn it. My mail. Yeah, it is. Boom. I totally forgot to open this up. I had it on the side, but we said a death beam as well. We'll put that right here. How perfect. Right for Bloody Mary. Uh-oh. A little sideways. But yeah. Oh, we're going to pull it out. See what it looks like live on camera. Boom. Showing up on camera. Argos. You know what? I wish MetaZoo would have gave people better, like if they're going to give this to all these content creators, something better than Earth Aura. No offense, but Earth Aura has always been like one of the least favorite ones. You know what I mean? So, that Argos promo from that other TCG, the one where he's holding Sting and it's the Kickstarter one. That Argos promo is crazy. Totally insane. So thank you, Argos. I'm sure no one's going to ever see this part of my live stream. But, and everyone here already knows who Argos is, so I guess I don't even need to promote it. But let's put the card up. Get rid of the Death Beam for a sec. We'll put it with the Bloody Marys. Come on. Oh, come on, Bloody Mary. Don't be so greedy. There we go. Got the Bloody Marys up, because the fan art contest 2.0 just came out. Yeah, that other Argos promo was crazy. It's crazy sick. And we got the Yazabird. We can't see all the Mothman army in the background, but that's okay. Oh, wow, we got 7 people in here. I feel like Argos now. We're going to break records. Argos only had 185. I got 7. Maniac Collector says Argos is a doctor, so they should do a promo like Rudy's promo. Yo, speaking of Rudy's promo, we got a few of those here. So we got the 6.9. That would be cool though if Argos had promos like this too. You know who I think deserves a lot more from MetaZoo is Epic Tube HD, but that's just my opinion. We got the One Big Hairy Step. I love these Rudy promos. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that cares about having a PSA 10 collection of the Rudy promos. So we got the Hunchback. Very nice. Hey, where's the main edition or the main card? What the heck? Hold up. I have another Rudy one. Where the heck did it go? It's kind of important. It's kind of expensive. Where is it? So what's on everyone's mind? Everyone watched the Argos video earlier. What's your 2 cents on it? Anything you want to vent about still? Where the hell is the other Rudy promo? That is bizarre. Well, I'll keep looking for that as I wait for more comments. But yeah, let's talk about MetaZoo. What's on your mind? What do you think of the manga? What are you looking forward to with MetaZoo? What about Top Sapphire? I can't wait for that. I mean, that's gonna be interesting. Because remember when Topps Chrome first came out, everyone was going all bananas for it. But now the singles are so cheap. Oh yeah, here's the other Rudy card here. For anyone still looking at the screen, this is my Grail Rudy card. I mean, obviously these two, right? That Rudy Santa Claus from 2021, but I guess it came out in 2022, but the copyright date's 2021. insanely hard to get this card. Well, I mean, you can go get it on eBay, but it took a long time and a lot of patience for this to go down in value. So, Maniac Collector's got an opinion here. I don't have anything graded, but I do have master sets. Yeah, that's right. You're the set collector. Yeah. I will be accumulating a Rudy set. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You got the inside track with Rudy, and that's what I'm jealous about. All you guys that live in USA, because I'm up in Canada. You guys can go to these collecticons and comic cons, and you can even be a Rudy patron. I can't be a Rudy patron because I live in Canada, so he only does stuff in USA. So that's crazy. I wish I do what I can, but I can't imagine what my collection would be like if I had access to all the eBay auctions where people don't ship to Canada, so I can't even bid on the auction. The OG Christmas set, yeah, that's. Are you talking about the Christmas set with like Gingerbread Man and all that kind of stuff? Because if you're trying to collect that set, good luck. That'd be impressive. So, it remains. Don't get any cons near me. Closest is NYCC, and it's still an expensive trip. Fair enough. Well, at least you got the Rudy Patreon membership. I wish. Oh my goodness. And he's coming out with something new soon too. So whatever. I just got to pay the secondary market values. It's rough. Even trading without a country can be spendy. You know what's crazy? Like, I don't know. I know Maniac Collector's probably heard my story before, but here, I got a story for Nate the Great. Not to be confused with Real Breaking Nate. I'm just going to bring out a card here. I'm going to tell a little story about this card. Where is it? Actually, before I even get to that, you see this card right here? Sinkhole Sam, Kickstarter, Full Hollow, PSA 10. I think 2 weeks ago I bought this on eBay for $55. That is retarded. But here, we'll get... we got any more stands here? Sorry, Loveline Frogman. We're going to put you away, and we're going to put this card up for display. Until story time. So we all know this card. Ooh, and it's on top of the Kickstarter box. The Kickstarter box is empty. I just bought the box because someone was selling it for like $20. I was like, $20 for a Kickstarter box? I'll do it. Oh, you're an Argos patron. Yeah, that's right. So for anyone that's listening, this Kickstarter Full Hollow Mothman, PSA 10, a long time ago, and I know Maniac Collector knows this story all too well because he was there when this happened. Live 2 hours from Canada, so it's hard. Oh, okay. I pulled a Chaos Crystal 4 out of 5 from MetaZoo Topps Chrome, which was insane. Even the fact that I opened that box was insane. Because it was a case that I opened, and I was not planning to open that case. But anyways, so obviously I had the live stream. MetaZoo actually promoted my live stream, and a whole bunch of people came in my live and seen it. I put it up on eBay for like some stupid price, like $80,000 or $40,000. Obviously, no one's going to pay that. So I had best offer. Someone offered me just over $1,000. I went and accepted it, but I didn't really want to. But then they declined it because they're like, "Oh, I thought I bid $100 for it." That was the offer, and they, so we declined the transaction. I took it off of eBay, but then someone messaged me on eBay not long after that and said, "Hey, I seen that you were in the Discord and you're talking that you really want a Full Hollow Mothman Kickstarter PSA 10. He's like, would you trade the Chaos Crystal 4 out of 5? And this guy lives in Ireland, and I've never done a trade with MetaZoo cards, actually any cards. I always sell or buy. And yeah, this guy, he's in Discord. I'm not going to mention his name or anything because I don't know if he'd want to know where my stuff went, but he's like, do you have any other cards you would throw in with it? Because obviously a Chaos Crystal 4 out of 5 is not the same value as a Mothman Kickstarter PSA 10. So I threw in some other cards, and he went for the deal. And there were cards that I had duplicates of, so it didn't mean anything to me. And yeah, it came from Ireland. Crazy. So I'm glad all the hoopla and all the crazy exposure I got on that 4 out of 5 Chaos Crystal before people started pulling all the crazy Mothman cards. And yeah, I mean, he had more than one Kickstarter Mothman PSA 10 full hollow. I think he had 2 or 3 of them. So he let me choose which one I wanted, and yeah, sent it from Ireland. Just did a straight up trade. Crazy. So yeah, Ireland. Did I say somewhere else? Sorry, I thought I said Ireland right now. But yeah, it was from Ireland. What did I say right now? Man, I'm so excited by my own story. I screwed it up. But yeah, the guy who lived in Ireland. And when it got to me, wow, it was the box was pretty beat up from customs. It's crazy. I'm sure the guy that sent it pretty well packaged, but when I got it, that box was in the worst condition I've ever received any mail in my life. So, but the card was inside and it was in good condition, so it was pretty sweet. Does anyone else have any crazy stories where just by some freak accident, a weird chain of events led to some crazy transaction or anything like that? Oh, you're recalling. Yeah. So, I mean, that's one of my great MetaZoo stories. I mean, I've had a lot of crazy pulls. There was even an auction. I don't know what everyone was sleeping on. This Power Up Red Kickstarter. I can't even believe I own cards like this. This blows my mind. But PSA 10, I won this in an auction when everything was dipping hard and no one was really paying attention. I bought this for $145. That's retarded. That's actually insane. Meanwhile, a year before that, I was buying first edition, not Kickstarter, Sam Sinclair's PSA 10s for $185. But now you could buy a PSA 10 Sam Sinclair first edition for probably under $50. So Nate the Great and Maniac Collector might have told me this already, but have you had any great stories from opening MetaZoo Topps Chrome? Because I feel everyone has had some crazy story from MetaZoo Topps Chrome. Like some crazy pull, or just like, I don't know, a good experience. Because I think that was the greatest MetaZoo set ever so far. I mean, obviously open up Cryptid Nation is always fun, but I mean, overall bang for your buck excitement and just not knowing what's going to happen next. I think MetaZoo Topps Chrome was the best set ever. Avoid international because I don't want customs. Yeah, and that's the only time I've ever done. Even I don't when I sell on eBay, I don't sell overseas. I don't buy anything from overseas except for once. There's a seller in China that had auctions for some MetaZoo Topps Chrome, and I thought, is it legit? Is it not? I don't know. It was, so that paid off too. Okay, out of 99 Cactus Cat. But I mean, when you pulled that out of 99 Cactus Cat, right, at that time, in that moment, that was probably exciting. Just knowing that you got a numbered card, and it's numbered out of 99, which is a low number. I know there's multiple tiers below that, like 50, 25, 5, and 1, but still. Just Topps Chrome brought a whole different level of excitement and just overall satisfaction, I feel. Open quite a bit, but only hobby. Yeah, we talked about that before. Yeah, hobby. That's the only time I've ever seen a top set where hobby was actually worse than retail. Retail was so much better than hobby. I mean, it was possible to hit big in hobby, but most likely, if you got a good hit, it was going to be in retail. What else we got here? We got a gold Flatwoods, green GG, nothing huge, yeah. But the thing is, I think with a lot of MetaZoo Topps Chrome, it's going to have a huge nostalgic effect, and I wonder if it's going to follow the same trend as Pokemon, because no one gave a shit about Topps Pokemon back in the day, but now, I mean, the prices on Topps Pokemon sealed product is ridiculous. So it's not like the print run for this Topps Chrome was that big either, and it got opened up in mass waves. Like everyone was opening it. It was pretty fun, but it feels like with everything special, nothing was. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I like Topps again, but with less numbered. True. Watched everyone hit, but didn't. Once retail dropped, it was all over. I was all over. Okay. And that's another thing, too. True. I mean, the numbered cards. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. I don't think the MetaZoo community was big enough to consume it the way it could have been consumed. But the thing is, every card had like 3 different copies. I don't know. I come from the sports card world, and the amount of parallels and the ridiculous shit. Like, if you were to collect a Prism, like Prism basketball, the amount of different rainbow variations of a rookie card that look exactly the same. At least this top set only had 3, but every variation was different artwork, whether it was a Cryptid Cam or the original artwork. And I think the Cryptid Cams, if people catch on to the manga in the future and Sam's taking those Cryptid Cam photos, I don't know. Those Cryptid Cam cards, I think, might have a different value in the future. And the lore cards as well. Because the lore cards right now are worth nothing. But I don't know. We'll see. It's going to take a long time, though. Everyone was ripping because they wanted the bounty. Well, here's the thing. There still are bounties, but MetaZoo sucks at promoting their own stuff, which is hilarious. That's why I don't know what Andy's doing. Like, he should be making like weekly videos on YouTube or somewhere talking about, hey, no one's pulled that Mike Waddell 1 of 1 or the Steve Aoki 1 of 1. Bailey, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but we like him, part of the MetaZoo team. So I'm not even sure what to make of Bailey. Everyone talks about Andy, but Bailey, I think he's a nice guy, but I think MetaZoo is, maybe they tell him what to do or say, and maybe that makes him look a little sketchy. But how do you buy a Mothman 1 of 1 for $31,000 to respect the bounty that Steve Aoki didn't even know about? But he's like, oh no, Steve Aoki was going to offer $31,000, so I'll pay it. So he supposedly pays it. But then the other 101 Mothman gets pulled, the better one, in my opinion, the one that Nick Strength and Pokemon bought. He only paid $11,100 for it. So I'm just confused by that. Like, how did Bailey, when it was on eBay as a buy it now for $16,000, why didn't he jump on that? But yet, after that one sold for only $11,100 as a PSA 9, he puts up a bounty for $20,000 on the Cryptid Cam Mothman 1 of 1. So I don't know. It's so weird, right? And just MetaZoo PR or someone's just gotta wake up and be like, okay, this makes us look weird, because most of the collectors in MetaZoo are not idiots, and they're older. They're not 16 years old. They're not 8 years old. Like, they're adults, and they're gonna question within about 3 seconds what the hell's up with that math. You're paying $31,000, but then you won't even bid $12,000 on the next one, but then you're gonna offer $20,000 for the one that hasn't been pulled. Like, so what if someone pulls that? Is he really gonna pay the $20,000? And if he does, then why didn't he buy the other one from Nick Strength and Pokemon, or before Nick Strength and Pokemon bought it? So sorry, I'm just gonna look at the comments here. It was pretty fun, but it feels like with everything special. Oh yeah, I read that one. And ripping because they want the bounty. The Cryptocams Super would be pretty nice to have. Yeah, honestly, I don't like the Cryptocams as much as the regular full card artworks either. So, personally, but they are harder to pull though. Like, if you look at the statistical odds on the back of the Packer boxes, and that's another thing. Speaking about the odds that Topps puts on a box, if MetaZoo would do that on their boxes, that would probably help future collectors. Like, say the golden ticket and bronze ticket and silver ticket are real, and they're not just given to MetaZoo retailers. Because, I mean, no average person has pulled one. It was Hyperbole and some other people that were connected with MetaZoo. So, but say that is real. How would anyone know that was a special card when they pulled it? How would anyone know? And on top of that, because there's nothing on the box talking about it, how would they know how to redeem it? How would they even know it was redeemable? There's nothing on the card saying anything, and there's nothing on the box. So, and that's the biggest problem I think with MetaZoo product too. I wish they put some kind of little description if there are going to be secrets in there, like right on the back of the box. Look for secret rares. You don't have to go into great detail, but because future collectors aren't going to have a clue, and if they hit something big, they're not going to know. The average person is not going to know. And if kids ever really get into MetaZoo, they're going to have no clue, unless their parents were into MetaZoo, or unless they were looking up videos and they saw it by fluke. But I love sports cards boxes because it always, be like, look for kabooms, look for Shazams, or whatever. Look for these one of ones, look for exclusives or upper deck high gloss, like in hockey, like short printed cards. But Meta's got none of that. And if they had that on their boxes, that would actually be a good thing. There was a couple who pulled a bronze. Yeah, but see, that couple that pulled the bronze, I remember them watching their video, and then that other girl had that couple on her video on YouTube, and I commented on there. They didn't really like what I was saying because I was like, so you guys pulled it 2 months ago and you didn't tell anyone? And then she messaged me privately. She's like, well, they just wanted to keep it private because they didn't know what, they're all excited. They didn't want the attention. But those people actually own an LGS or something. That would have helped their shop sell some product if they were to say, we pulled this crazy card, we can redeem it for a Kickstarter box, but they didn't even redeem it. I think eventually they got it graded, but they never, at that point, even redeemed it. But why? Why would you wait 2 months to announce that news? Because as you know, in the Discord, anytime someone pulls any card, I mean, someone could pull a Death Beam, refractor, and they'll post it in the pull channel. They'll be proud of it. They'll be wanting to flex it and like show off and be like, look at my shit that I pulled. They pulled a bronze ticket and they're just like, we're not going to tell anyone. Why? They're affiliated with MetaZoo. So I feel like MetaZoo, until someone can prove me wrong, I feel like they were planted or given to those people to help promote MetaZoo because those people are invested into MetaZoo with their own money because they have, their business with MetaZoo. I could be completely wrong, but why did Hyperbole sell his golden ticket on eBay? What the fuck is up with that? That's one of my favorite MetaZoo videos ever. When he got it back from CGC and they got a CGC 10, and he's going nuts and he's flexing. He's world champion. He's going crazy. He sold it on eBay. I mentioned on the salt mines before, and Argos is like, well, he runs a store. Maybe he's tight on cash, and he probably is because MetaZoo doesn't have any product to sell for a long time, but he sold the golden ticket. And there's no mention of it being redeemed for anything. Like, what the fuck is that? Anyone that's hardcore into MetaZoo like I am, to me, I'm glad a lot of people don't know about MetaZoo because I think that make MetaZoo look bad. Like, the golden ticket was sold for less than a lot of Mothman cards. So, I don't know. Sorry, I'm going to read the comments here. I'm a little behind here. There was a couple, yeah. What do you think about the new format? Oh, Upper Deck 2022-24. I just opened up some the other day, actually. Yeah, I'll show you the box. Proof of purchase. Boom. Actually, I opened it up yesterday. I think the format's awesome. I thought this Upper Deck Series 1 was going to be impossible to sell because there's no Connor Bedard in it, even though there is the one Connor Bedard card in it, which is super hard to pull. But did the ticket sell? Yeah, I believe someone sent me a picture. I believe the golden ticket sold for $48,000 or something. I'd have to look it up again, but I believe that's how much it sold for, if I'm remembering that correctly. The Upper Deck format now, I like it. I mean, if you were to buy it, like there's a card store I go to, it's substantially cheaper than Walmart. Like Walmart for the tin, it's $90, but at the comic store I go to, it's only $65 for the 9 packs instead of $90 on Walmart. But I like it. It's a lot of useless inserts in there at the end of the day. But the way they have the tiers of the rookie cards or the young guns, I think it's smart. I like it. So As far as Upper Deck, Upper Deck as a company, they're such a monopoly on hockey cards. I mean, I could see Upper Deck fans being just as pissed off as MetaZoo fans at MetaZoo. But Upper Deck, I mean, what are you gonna do? If you want quality, well, I can't even say quality hockey cards because there's a lot of issues. But if you want young guns, if you want your top rookies, you got to go to Upper Deck. So, at least for hockey, they own the market, right? And the Upper Deck, I think, has taken advantage of it. And a lot of their products, like SP Authentic, I mean, I don't know what they did with that. That was my favorite set ever, and now they just totally annihilated it. It's way too expensive, and the bullshit that's in there, it's so stupid now. But yeah, so I mean, in Upper Deck, I don't know. I think they're getting away with a lot. I think they could do a lot better, but I mean, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, yeah, there's nothing anyone can do about it, and they released so many useless sets like Allure, and I don't know if Trilogy's still around. SP Authentic, sorry, not SP Authentic, SP Game Used. I mean, there's manufactured patches. Manufactured patches is no different than if you went to Walmart and bought your favorite player's jersey and cut it into pieces and put it into a card. Like, it's just a manufactured patch. It's not something the player ever touched, looked at, anything. Like, you may as well give me a piece of their toilet paper. I don't want to say that, but or like a Snickers bar that they eat. That would have more value than some random manufactured patch. So anyone knows the sports card world, manufactured patches means nothing. Like, it's literally, I don't know, if someone made an Elvis t-shirt right now and then put that into a card and said, oh, it's a manufactured, authentic Elvis Presley piece of his t-shirt, but it wasn't his t-shirt. It just has his name on it that you just printed in your basement. But somehow it has value. But anyways, Upper Deck also hold the rights to Michael Jordan. Can't even make an NBA cards because they. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. So, yeah, Upper Deck, I think, but I mean, it's like MetaZoo, right? Can they really drive the fans away, right? Because people that want to collect hockey cards, you have to go to Upper Deck, whether you like what they're doing or not. Yeah. And things are so overpriced. It's getting ridiculous, but. And talk about production delays. I mean, we talk about MetaZoo a lot. Upper Deck is so far behind in some of their sets. Like, even recently, they were what is it? Upper Deck the Cup. That came out not too long ago. For I think 2021, 22. Like, they're so far behind in some of their products. So, but at least they got 2023, 24 Series 1 out at a reasonable time, so that was good. But I mean, they can't really drive fans away because you can't go anywhere else. You got to take it. Fanatics. Yeah. Yeah, the cup for hockey is, that's the top of the line. That's there's nothing higher than the cup for hockey product. I've only bought it once in Connor McDavid's year in 2015-16. I had some pretty sweet cards. I've had no Connor McDavid stuff, but yeah, the cup is the top of the line. By NT, I'm guessing you meant National Treasures. Yeah, it's the top of the top. It's super expensive. You get one pack. You're going to get probably 2 base cards. I don't even know why they do that shit. But I guess it's to protect the other cards. And you know what else, Maniac Collector? I'm going to vent this right now. You're probably the only one listening. People that do the pack trick, like say like when you open up Pokemon cards, they're like, I got to do the pack trick, 3 cards from the back. I have never done that shit once in my life with anything. The reason why is because there's a reason why people companies put the hit in the middle of the pack or towards with like at least 2 or 3 cards from the back. It's to protect it. So when you do the pack trick, you're putting your hand on those edges, on the back of the card maybe. Like, all I know is I grade cards a lot. And there's a reason why. Well, I'm not saying I get mostly PSA 10s, but I figure I increase the chance of getting a PSA 10 by not touching that card while I'm holding it in my hand, looking at the cards that were behind the hit card that are absolutely useless. But anyways, I don't understand why people do pack trick. I don't know where that started, why people thought that was a good idea, but well, I get the concept actually, because you want it to be the last card that you show when you're doing it on video. But who cares? Why make the audience wait? Why show them the 3 shitty cards behind the hit first? You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Yeah, a lot of times the front and back cards. Exactly, right? And that's why they do that. You know, it's because to protect the hit card. So doing a pack trick, you increase your chances of actually damaging that card. Unless you really know how to hold it. And I love people that wear gloves. And if anyone in here is listening to this and you wear gloves, you know, it's fine. It's just the people that do, you know, a PSA when they take the card out of the graded sleeve and all that, and you know, they know how to hold the card. And if you know how to hold the card properly with the edges, with like, here, I'll show you. Like, you got to use your pinky, but if you know how to hold it properly, there's no reason. And then you can, you know, go like this, and then, you know, you can hold the edges, but you don't ever have to put your fingers on a card. You really don't have to. Yeah, Argos had a good return the other day. From the back cards get dinged. Yeah, Argos' return was actually pretty good. I forget who had the return in there, but yeah, they had some good Kickstarter PSA 10s for sure. Yeah, that was a good stream. The thing is, I mean, you know, and I'll just tell the truth, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I do remember in that stream where Argos opened up those cards, and there was I think it was Seance Pin Club, and he showed the PSA report and had, he's like, oh, you got population 2. And here's the thing, like, nothing against those cards or whoever owns them. It's, you know, that is cool. But at the same time, I looked at a screen, I paused it on my TV, and it showed that there's only been 12, I think it was 12 or 11 Seance Pin Club cards graded by PSA in total, and only one didn't get a PSA 10. So, you know, I mean, it's cool, but at the end of the day, I don't think anyone gives a crap about Seance Pin Club. I mean, hey, if you like those cards, you like the Seance cards from the Pin Club, that's cool. I don't like Pin Club at all. The cards have never appealed to me. I get why people like it, and I'm not hating on it by any means. It's not my cup of tea. That's all. But just like this recent fan art set, it's just not my cup of tea. But at the same time, I do see why people like it. It's just not for me, I guess. But when you have a population report where only 12 cards were sent in, and only one didn't grade a PSA 10, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm being a bit of a dick about it, but it's not that great, I guess, right? Oh, you got a Kickstarter Death Beam PSA 10. That's cool. What's the population on the Kickstarter PSA 10? You know what? I'm gonna look up the Kickstarter population report here and get some stats live on the air here. See what's what. I'm just gonna pull it up on my computer here. I wish I had like a PC with a monitor and I could stream the way Argos and Epic Tube HD and all them do, but I just got a ghetto little setup here. Someday, just not tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the Kickstarter population report here. See how your Death Beams are doing here. Come on. Almost there. It's just a little darker over here. So you said you had a Death Beam PSA 10 Kickstarter? And that's one thing. Kickstarter cards are so cheap now. I'm glad I caught like a little wave of people selling them for cheap, because it's surreal. There's a lot of Kickstarter full hollows right now. PSA 9 or 10s are selling for cheaper than some first edition cards were a year and a half ago, which is surreal. I never thought I'd own a full hollow Kickstarter card, never mind all the main beasties. We think MetaZoo is getting better quality. Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, from the beginning, MetaZoo's had pretty solid quality. I know I've said it on here before, but I can't tell you how many raw MetaZoo cards I bought on eBay that graded a PSA 10. You'll never find that in any other hobby, where you could just go on eBay and buy raw cards, and majority of them grade a PSA 10. It's insane. Absolutely nuts. Oh, Opossum Bud. I would love to talk to Opossum Bud on a live stream. Opossum Bud is one guy that doesn't understand grading. I know he means well, but he doesn't. I hate when he talks about grading in general and PSA and stuff. He doesn't understand what he's talking about. Like, he tries, but he definitely does not understand value in grading and how to grade properly and all that stuff. Holy shit, you weren't lying. Death Beam for Kickstarter has 112 copies graded and only 28 are PSA 10. Holy moly. Nate the Great was right about that one. That's crazy. Damn. Wow. I thought my Power Up Red was hard to get graded. It's about a 33% chance to get a PSA 10. But 28 out of 112, that's like 25% chance. Well, actually less than 25%. That's probably around a 20% chance. Holy shit. Full Hog Kickstarter. That's good. Oh, yeah. You had the good stuff from Latent Gaming. That's right. I watched that video. I commented on that video, actually. No one else. And that's the thing. Latent Gaming does not get the MetaZoo recognition it deserves, even by the MetaZoo community. I don't think people understand how much MetaZoo Latent Gaming opens. But then again, they do have long streams that last hours at a time, and you don't know when you're going to see what. You literally have to sit there the whole day watching the stream to probably see the big hits, but still. Sorry, what does this say? Oops. Yeah. You should, and there's no rush. I mean, you know what the best thing about MetaZoo kind of screwing up its reputation and stuff is everything went down in value, and now you can grade a lot of these high-value MetaZoo cards in a bulk submission. And that's the greatest thing about this whole dip. Like, at one point, I mean, you know, there's no way. But now you can get under the cut line because everything's so cheap now. I mean, even, where is it here? Right, I showed this one already. The Sinkhole Sam PSA 10, $55. Ridiculous. Sam Sinclair Kickstarter. I never thought I'd own cards like this. It's crazy that I even have it in my hand. PSA 9, I think I paid $110 or $115 for this card. Bigfoot, this one was cheap. I can't remember. It was like $73, I think. 73 or 78. I know it was lower than 80. So that's cool. If anyone knows anything about Bigfoot, this is the classic Bigfoot pose from the Bigfoot video in 1967. For sure, you can get group rate going. Oh, that's cool. Wait, I just want to see what it says here. I've been a customer of Leighton since day one. Oh, wow. I was their second ever order. They used to do group breaks, but now it's just personals. However, they're bringing back group breaks. That's cool. Wow. So you're there since day one. I don't know how I discovered them. It was probably because of MetaZoo streams and the Topps Chrome and all that, I think, is when I discovered them. Loveland Frogman. I mean, this one to me is the second best beastie you could collect in Cryptid Nation besides Mothman. I got this for, it's PSA 9, but I got it for $140, which is still a pretty penny. It's a lot of money to pay still, but I mean, as a PSA 10, this sells, the most recent one I believe was $348 as a PSA 10. So getting this for $200 less, and it's only off center. That's the only problem with it. So I'll take it. And this Piazza Bird was, and there's another one on eBay. I don't know how people are sleeping on this, but I believe I got this for $190. I mean, it's a full hollow Kickstarter Piazza Bird PSA 10 for $190. 2 years ago, 1 year ago, I couldn't even imagine owning this card. It's crazy. I once paid $188 for a Sam Sinclair first edition, not Kickstarter, first edition PSA 10 Sam Sinclair. Meanwhile, I paid $190 for this. That's insane. But I mean, it's just a different time in MetaZoo, right? And then, of course, $145. That was crazy. I think about a week or two later, the same card sold for $250. So when I won this in auction for $145, I knew just people were sleeping on it. I don't know what happened, but no one noticed that auction for some reason. Maybe whoever listed it didn't list it very well. So I have no idea. It's weird. Chrome was when you came in. I was on the stream. Most of them. What's your name on the stream? Because there's always one name that I notice is always buying tons of product on there. Is it like Chris G or something? Is that you? I think it's like Chris G or something, if I'm remembering correctly. There's always like one name that's always up there buying stuff. Or no, unless you were in that stream and someone else was buying. A demon with them regular. They keep me in the loop about a lot of stuff like drops and sleepers. I mean, I remember when I was watching Leighton Gaming and they pulled a Mike Waddell out of 5. I made a video about it on my channel. I was so blown away. I was like, holy shit. I can't believe I just saw that. Oh, yeah, Chris G. So I'm remembering the name right, but that's not you, though. Okay. Yeah, man, that guy's always buying stuff. It's crazy. Like, that guy must, I don't know what he does for a living, but man, either that or he gets the product once he buys it and sells off a chunk of it and then reinvests the money into more streams of opening boxes. But that guy dropped a lot of money when I seen the streams. Like, I don't know who opened up more product, Nick Strength and Pokemon or Leighton Gaming for Chris G, because it was pretty insane. Oh, he's retired. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Makes sense. I had some weird opinion on something else, but I don't remember. Oh, yeah, then a Piazza Bird Full Hollow PSA 9. I have another one ungraded that I still got to send in for grading. But I don't know when I'm going to send all my cards that I need to get graded in. Someday, probably, maybe in the new year. I don't know. I'm in no rush because I'm not going anywhere with MetaZoo. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to sell half the cards I have anyways. So I got to figure out some way how to display or make a good video with all the PSA 10s I have. And they're not PSA 10s just of any old card. It's not like, well, there are some Spellbook promos, but they're not, as I would call, crappy cards. But they're not crazy sample cards either. But I mean, this Mothman right here, to me, is the best card you could possibly pull out of a pack besides sample cards. But anyways, what else we got here? You know what's interesting to know about this moment in time in MetaZoo is You know, cards like this that have the autograph that's authenticated. Like this is Chris Catman, I believe. It doesn't say in the title here that it's been authenticated, but it does have it on the back. I don't understand how that works. But it is certified on the back. It's even on the actual card. This is a certificate that came with it, but it's on the card there. I bought this on eBay for $55, which, I mean, oh shit. Okay, well, that was not part of the plan. But hey, they're all in PSA holders, so they'll be fine. I'll pick them up in a bit. No biggie. But yeah, $55. I mean, it's autographed on the card, certified. Loveland Frogman, Topps Chrome, Refractor, which is severely underrated. But I mean, they're almost not even worth getting graded because the odds of getting a 10 is slim. This one's a 10, and there's not many of these. I think there's like 6 of these out there. And I own, I think, 3 of them. Where are they here? Okay, we'll get it up on camera without knocking anything else over. Okay, well, I don't know where the other one is. Clearly, I'm unorganized. But yeah, this one too. And then the Refractor, which is insane. Or X-Fractor, sorry. But I just buy these as singles. And, you know, a lot of these I'm buying like maybe $50. It adds up, but how much is a box? Hot box, right? Probably at least $80. I mean, you're not going to get a hobby box for $50, that's for sure. Blasters, you can maybe buy 2 for $50 if you're lucky. But even then, even if you pull one of these cards, you still got to pay grading fees. And is it going to get a PSA 10? It's not a very good chance. So I think a lot of these MetaZoo Topps Chrome Refractor cards are being slept on horribly. And in the future, they're going to have, you know, some pretty sweet value. But either way, I just love collecting them. If they went to 0 tomorrow, I can care less. So, okay, good. There's only one person in the stream that saw me drop all those cards. Nick Strengthy Pokemon, bought cases of Chrome from Leighton. Oh yeah, he bought cases from Leighton as well. Yeah, when I told him they were $99 free shipping, no taxes. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that actually. Leighton ships internationally. Just so you know, I almost. Yeah, I got a master set of the refractors. I mean, just because I bought 2 cases, so it's not too hard when you do that. But oh, what a mess. But it's pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet binder set to have. So it looks good, and I don't know. It's gonna. I don't know. You should never compare MetaZoo to Pokemon because it's a whole different beast. But everyone loved Topps Chrome when it came out. It's died down now, but as future sets come out, like say in 2, 3, 5 years from now, these original Topps Chrome and Topps Series 0 sets are going to be highly nostalgic and very collectible to new people that get in. So, oh man, I can't believe half my display fell. That sucks. But hey, that's why they're in PSA cases, right? You can't damage them. So, the little sleeve I put on them protects them, I guess. And I do put a sleeve on every case, so if anything happens like what just happened where everything fell, it really doesn't matter. They'll be okay. So it says I have 4 people in here, but only Maniac Collectors chatting. I don't know, maybe people are driving home and they just are listening to me like a radio. And I don't know how it would work, but it would be so fun to like talk to just other weirdos on from other YouTube channels, even like an opossum, but just about just random stuff to pick their brain, you know. Rattle Pokemon, he's interesting. I like the research he does. I like the amount of effort he puts into stuff, but he's definitely an oddball in my opinion. Not in a bad way. It's just I feel. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to put my finger on it. There's just something different about him. But Like a hollow, full hollow, finder. Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. 100%. The hollow on MetaZoo cards. And here's the thing, too. What do we have? 5 people in here. Anyone that liked the PFP set the MetaZoo sent out, I highly criticized it in Discord because I think people needed to hear it. But then again, I forgot in the regular MetaZoo Discord, everyone just kisses each other's ass, right? You got to go to the salt mines to have a real opinion. But call people. Oh yeah, when Rattle calls people out, and he like even met that guy in the mall, and that stupid hater of his, he just totally outclassed him. It was so hilarious. I like Rattle. There's just something. I just don't know if I can hang out with him. There's just something weird about him. I don't know how to put my finger on it. It's just something about his personality that, yeah, it's weird. But anyways, oh, I forget what I was talking about. Some shit. Oh yeah, the PFP cards. So, like, this is the number one thing I don't understand about. And MetaZoo, I think, could have totally screwed their fan base, like their hardcore fan base, with the PFPs. So you have your PFP. You have to be an NFT holder. And then they charge you $100 American, not Monopoly money, but $100 American to what? Buy a box that has 60 cards in it, 6 packs, and each pack has only 2 full hollows, and you might get a numbered card in a set that has 5,000 fucking cards. Like, do you think that's enough? It was a total scam. The card quality when they, I know I probably told you about this, but when, I'll never forget when the Moth Hawk opened it. And this is why I should do like reaction videos to people's MetaZoo videos, because when the Moth Hawk opened up his, you could just tell he was just like, what the fuck is this? But he tried keeping a positive attitude, right? But the card quality was